And now the Democrats are trying to turn the United States of America into Nazi America. This is common sense. There was in this country a Revolutionary War. We fought the English because we didn't want them invading our country. We wanted freedom. We didn't want to be taxed until we could not survive. We didn't want the British soldiers to just walk into our houses and take whatever they wanted. We wanted to be able to testify or not testify without being in fear of dying for what we said. The Jewish, during World War II in Nazi Germany, they were horrifically treated. They were killed by the hundreds. They were used as test subjects. They were mangled. They were hideously treated. They were starved. And now the Democrats, I just watched, I can't remember what her name is right now. She was saying that America is turning into Nazi Germany. That President Trump is running this country as though it is Nazi Germany. Okay, why are these people lying? Why? Do they get a kick out of it? Do they think it's funny? Do they really think that the leadership of this country is trying to turn this country into Nazi Germany? The most hideous of regimes ever to rule on this earth? Not the earth, but on this earth. They tried to take over the world. Is that what these people want? Is Nazi Germany? They're comparing the United States to it. I don't know what they want. But my guess is the mainstream media is lying. They are lying. Well, they're just, these people are coming across the border and they're separating the parents from the children just because they want to. And then the children, they go off somewhere and they're treated like dirt, like Jewish concentration camp inmates. And then the parents, who knows what's happening to them? They might be going anywhere. But what is normally happening is if they come through a point of entry and request asylum, they get it. They go through a court when their time comes, and they get their asylum. And it is all legal. It goes through legally. Now, if they cross the border illegally, and I've heard stories that these people, if they see the feds coming, the Border Patrol, they will drop their kids and run. Some of these people will have their kids packed into cars and have them driven up to the border and find a couple, just a guy and a woman, and say, this is my parents. And you can just walk right in. There you have it. And so President Trump is trying to stop this. Okay? We don't need to be spending all our money on people that shouldn't be here in the first place. It's illegal for them. In fact, these people that are coming in don't know our laws, or they wouldn't try to be coming in. And if they knew that they might lose their children by coming across the border, do you really think that an actual family unit would try to cross the border knowing that they could lose their children? I don't think so. Now, if it's just a guy and a woman that don't even know each other, and they happen to buy this kid from some coyote, and they cross the border and they all say they're a family, They don't have any papers. They don't have anything to prove that they are a family. And so they walk right through. But then it comes out that they're not a family. And the child is removed from these people. Now that I can see happening. Because A, they're here illegally, and B, they lied about being a family. Now, building the border wall, which has begun, is a good idea. We need it. Now, years ago, I can't remember what year it was. It might have been 2015 or 2014. But Angela Merkel of Germany, she opened the borders wide up. Just everybody, just come on in. And they had North Africans and Middle Eastern people just come into the country. And Cologne, Germany, they were celebrating New Year's Eve. And the celebration turned into hell. There were beatings, there were rapes, there were thefts. It just turned into hell on earth. Because of all of these people that just crossed the border. These weren't Germans. These were people from other countries that just wandered on in. We're just going to go ahead and take over. And that's what happened. And that is what's happening in this country. 14-year-old girl was left to die because of an illegal immigrant. A 14-year-old girl was raped and murdered because of illegal immigrants. It's not right. And these mainstream media people, they're trying to say, oh, it's Nazi Germany, he's cruel, he just wants to kill the kids, he doesn't care, he has no heart. No, they are lying. And my guess is the reason that they're lying is because they want you to buy the lie, whatever the lie is. They don't care. I watched the thing where Don Lemon from CNN, I think, or MSNBC, one of the two, he read the menu from the luncheon that President Trump had with Kim Jong-un. And then he was well, you know, in this guy's country, there are people that are starving to death. He's starving people to death, but yet he goes to this fancy luncheon. Okay, Don Lemon, how about all the kids that are living under the poverty line in this country that maybe live off beans and rice, maybe a can of tuna every once in a while if it's on sale? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about, you know, I'm eating at this restaurant for $100 a plate. Oh, no. Well, the kids in this country, they're all doing great. They all live like I do. I'm the greatest. Everybody lives like me. You're a stupid idiot if you think that. You seriously are. You're ignorant, you're arrogant, you're narcissistic, and you really shouldn't be lying to the public like you do. Because all you're doing is trying to convince the people the lie is the truth. The lie is not the truth. Only the truth is the truth. And that's why a lot of times I get my news from Fox News. But I really enjoy it when the president himself is live, behind the microphone, speaking his mind without the prompts or anything, just spitting it out, speaking his mind, letting the people know what is going on. And when I hear that, it brings me a little bit of peace. And when I hear the mainstream lying media, the fake news, lying about everything they can lie about, it makes me sick. Because there are children and teenagers, young people with brains that are thriving, striving, hungry for information, for the truth, But yet you're feeding them lies, telling them it's the truth. Why? Why? Do you want to drag them to hell with you? Is that what it is? You want this country to fail? You want poverty everywhere? Look at California. Look at it closely. There's poverty everywhere. There's drug addicts. There's people urinating and defecating in the streets. There's trash everywhere. That is not what this country was built on. We were built on freedoms. And we were built on the principles that are in the Bible. This is God's world. This is God's country. Okay? The San Andreas fault line didn't suddenly appear. God put it there because He knew San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, all of that would be there. And you're lucky that there are people who love God, who love Jesus, that are living there. Because I think if all the righteous people left, God would just destroy it. He would just say, I'm sick of it. Just like He did Sodom and Gomorrah. Destroy it. Teach the people. That's not the way I made you. That is not the way human beings are to live. And it really makes me mad that the mainstream media, the fake news, they're lying, 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 and it's going to get you nowhere. In fact, it's going to get you straight to hell, because if you don't turn from your evil ways, seek God and His forgiveness, you're going to hell. And yes, there is hell, and there is heaven, and they are in eternity. We cannot get there until our spirit separates from our body, when the body dies. So, my suggestion is, find God. Tell God, I know that I have done wrong. I am a sinner. Please forgive me. And He will. Only if you repent of your evil. But you're dragging so many people away from the truth that if you think any God would look kindly on that, you're wrong. Well, except for the make-believe God Allah, or the bronze god Buddha, or whatever else God or man has come up with. The man did not come up with the living God. The living God created man. And He is, and He forever will be. So you're digging your own graves. You're lighting your own little area in hell to burn in. And it's sad. And don't look and say, oh, well, how can a loving God be that way? It's not God doing it. It's you. You have the decision. Only you can make that decision. God will not force you to do anything. Not like you're trying to force your stupid lies on everybody to get them to believe them. That's all I have for now. Please pray for the President and those who are in leadership in this country, that they will guide this country to safety, security, prosperity, peace, and unity. I'm William Ferguson, and this is Common Sense.